STN 2017. 4 days of education and competitive events, over 60 professional sessions, 8 hours of Crazy 8 insanity, 28 on-site competitions, 3 high-energy live events attended by over 3,000 attendees from all over the world, STN 2017 in Anaheim, California. For filmmakers, multimedia producers, broadcast journalists, and web content creators, STN is an amazing event for middle and high school students. With vendor booths covering equipment, colleges, and software, this event is the preeminent video conference of the year. One world, your story.
Good morning, Vipers. I'm Gracie, along with
Jake, and welcome to this week's weekly show.
For those who didn't know, Mr. Walker and many of his broadcast students took a trip to Anaheim, California this past week to compete in the Student Television Network convention.
So much hard work was put in last week and so much content was created. Speaking of which, are we going to get a chance to see what they made?
I'm happy you asked. This week we'll be showing all that they did at the convention. Students competed in categories like commercial, music video, spot feature, and short film.
Sounds awesome. Well, without further ado, enjoy.
Colorado's talent show is on April 5th this year. Come support your fellow students and friends.
This year's prom theme is a night to remember. It will be held at the Ashley Castle in Chandler. Prom is on April 15th from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Buy your tickets as early as possible to get the cheapest price.
Come to the Innovation Lounge on Wednesday, April 26, 2017 at 6 p.m. to hear about an incredible opportunity to travel to Australia from June 11th to 22nd, 2018. Note, this is not a school-sponsored trip and not affiliated with VHS or AFUHSD.
That's it for today, Vipers. This has been your host, Andres Nzunza
And Alexandra Cockett.
Innovation in one piece. Well, what could you do with this? The U-Shot. Live, capture, share.
I tried real hard. It was not good for my boss, and it was never ever good enough for me. They say make room on the unemployment line. I don't think how could I write a line that's good enough for you? They say that I'm an outcast. I'll never be successful. I'll never stop dreaming. Always believing. It's 'cause I am an outcast.
Anaheim Garden Walk is a shopping area mostly well known for its local restaurants and lively music at nighttime. It recently began a local project to support artists from around the area, starting from middle school all the way to college age and professional. The Art on the Walk project allows these artists to showcase and advertise the movement of this generation in their careers to their community.
It's really important to have art. It's a different twist than a mall, because when you go to malls, you think of shopping and everything, and you start noticing art, okay? I've traveled through Europe and seen art in the Louvre and everything else, and I really think they need to promote more artistry and openness. I mean, I don't know if you've seen train rail cars, all the artistry on that. You know, some call it graffiti, but people are trying to express themselves. The more the public gets to see the idea of people able to express themselves, and that's good art.
The project was created by Sarah Rita and Robin Weeks to expand Anaheim's artistry. The Art on the Walk project has created a way for visitors and residents to be able to see and appreciate the art of Anaheim.
Most of Anaheim is known for one word, Disneyland, and I think they need to expand the fact that I don't think Anaheim is known as artistry, but they could expand it by starting a small part here.
For Student Television Network, I'm Gina Peñuelas.
Over time, words grow numb. It makes a person feel numb. Being singled out, being disclosed, feeling alone, waking up to find yourself in the very same place with nothing that has changed. Instinct is to feel. And to escape is instinct. But life goes on. Things change. People change. And eventually, they'll come to accept you. Or maybe even love you. Maybe. Just one day.
And we're back.
I'm so impressed with all that we've seen so far.
Me too. You can tell all the hard work they put into every project.
I agree.
Enough of us. Here's more.
Good morning, Vipers. I'm Gina Peñuelas.
And Alicia Wheatley.
Here for your weekly sports update, VSPN.
Baseball. Congrats, boys, on being 17-4. Come support your Vipers at their next home game tomorrow night against Maricopa High School at 3:45.
Your Lady Viper softball players are 14-4 and have one tight game, and they have their next away game tonight against Maricopa High School at 4 p.m.
Boys tennis. The boys have their next home game tomorrow against Centennial at 3:30 p.m.
And girls tennis have their next away game tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. against Centennial.
Boys volleyball has their next home game tomorrow at 4:30 against Prescott.
Beach volleyball has their next game Monday, April 10th against Mountain Ridge at 4 p.m.
Come support your Viper track athletes at their next away meet against Goldwater at 4 p.m.
Don't do that.
I already did it though.
Great. This has been Gina Peñuelas.
And Alicia Wheatley.
Signing off for VSPN. Stop.
I am Dustin the Disaster, and I will use my flash flood and my dust storm to wreak havoc on this town.
Not to worry, we can make a plan and have a kit with things like a flashlight, first aid kit.
Ha ha ha! I'm going to terrorize this town.
Not today, Dustin. We're prepared for you.
You can be a hero too by donating to shelters in your community.
Since 2009, nonprofit organization Youth Futures International has worked to use high school students to unveil the health concerns of their communities. By uniting with the community, YFI has been able to uphold multiple programs beneficial to locals by serving and empowering less privileged communities.
Most recently, YFI has collaborated with students from the Boston, Massachusetts area, where they were randomly selected and put into teams to come together and present a solution to a human rights issue. This project was known as the Design Thinking Challenge.
We had the pleasure to sit down with contestant Olivia Valavinas.
Well, it's basically an innovative way of looking at human rights. So if you have a problem like unequal education opportunities, then we thought of ways that we could really focus on a specific person and try to help them.
For Student Television Network, I'm Alexandra.
And I'm Trinity, reporting.
Down there, he didn't know where diary came from. Down there, he wrote down all the victims' names and all of their souvenirs, and he kept them inside his basement. Slowly and surely, they all started to build up. And
Penny!
So what are you doing today, sweetheart?
I'm gonna go hang out with my friends.
Okay. Have fun then. Goodbye.
Hey guys.
Penny, did you see the tweet?
No, what tweet? I think I'm finally ready.
What do you think it means?
I don't know. Okay, he's gonna take over the world and I have the proof and there's not much time. What time is it right now? It's not much time. Okay, I gotta find him. He's gonna go ahead and get down the hall. Tomorrow the world will be safe. Tomorrow the world will be safe.
Oh, thanks. Oh, take me to dinner first, huh?
I know what you're up to. I know your plan here.
I mean, it doesn't matter to me that you know or not. I'm not trying to hide it or anything.
Well, when you take your moment and you try it, I'll be here waiting.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey. You'll never guess what just happened. What's up?
I just talked to Penny.
And?
And I think she's totally into me.
Dude, that's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty psyched now.
You gotta make your move tomorrow, man.
Yeah, I know. I am.
All right. Hey, guys, I gotta return some videotapes. You wanna come with?
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Love Blockbuster. me, you can just say so.
No,
okay?
stop right down. You know what's going on.
What are you talking about? What?
You don't even understand what's going on. Whoa.
Hey, what was that all about? I thought she was crazy for me, man. Turns out she's just crazy.
Welcome back to At the Table. I'm Lucas Oaks-Messick. Today we're going to be interviewing some very important women within the media. You know, we have some from the past and some from the present to really compare the influence that the media has had for the women and what they've done to contribute to our country. So, without further ado, we have civil rights activist Rosa Parks, former First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy, entertainment tycoon Oprah Winfrey, and the 2016 Democratic candidate for president, Hillary Clinton. So ladies, let's get down to the nitty-gritty, right? Let's get down to the truth. Hillary, I'm gonna ask you the first question. You just got done with the 2017 election where you ran against Donald Trump. All odds were for you. Everybody thought you were going to win, and you lost. How does that make you feel?
Oh, that's a great question, Lucas. To answer that question, I think I need to ask another question. Do I look sad?
Rosa, you look a little disturbed. Is everything all right?
I'm just a little bothered that you decided to sit me at the end of the table.
Rosa, it's 2017. Can we look past this?
I don't know, Lucas. Can we?
Do you want me to take your seat?
Sweetie, no. It's your show. It's your. I'll sit here. It's your show, girl. Yes.
Jack, you know, you did so much in the 60s. You know, you were the First Lady, you were a mother, you were a wife, and a fashion icon, so I have to ask.
You have some very nappy hair.
Why are you touching my hair?
Because everyone look under your chair. It's a comb. You get a comb. You get a comb.
Oprah,
you get a comb.
Oprah,
you
Oprah,
get a
I
comb.
gotta ask. Oprah!
Everyone gets a comb.
Oprah!
Yes!
Oprah! Jack. So, throughout the 60s again, you influenced so many people, and I want to know, what do you think that impact did to the women now?
Well, you see, when I was First Lady, I made sure to uphold the respect and etiquette in being the influence of America, and to all women out there especially. And being a good neighbor, and being a loving wife, and being there for your children is everything, and I hold that in my heart very deeply.
Wow, that was really beautiful.
My husband is dead.
Oprah. You know, I look up to you, I really do. Can we all give a round of applause for Oprah real quick? It's just a hero. You know, you started off in news broadcasting, and then you got your own television show, and then you got your own television network, and you know, you wrote books, you have a book club, you have a magazine.
Yeah,
I gotta know, Oprah, like, what's next for you?
Well, funny you asked that, Lucas. I was sitting at home in my billion-dollar house in Maui, and I was just like, Opie, what's next? And I was thinking about how the environment has gotten so poor since I had a lost here.
Oh, what? Are you talking? I'm sorry, I was checking my emails.
And I was just like, whales, you know? And I was just like, since the moon controls the waves on the earth, why don't we just move the whales to the moon?
And do you think people will be able to go visit the whales?
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have a little thing called Opal World. I haven't really thought of it yet. Walt Disney, I'm coming for you.
Rosa, you're kind of looking at me a little. Yeah.
Honey, look. All I had to do was sit in a seat and not move. And that was a win for us. But you can't even win against a guy who can't even read? That was a loss for you.
I wouldn't really call it a loss. I won the popular vote.
Popular vote, whatever. You're sitting on this TV show right now while Trump is running our country.
Thank you for joining us at the Table. I'm Lucas Oaks Messick signing off.
Oh, got some stanky breath, though.
Oprah.
You
no,
get a
Oprah,
gum?
Oprah.
Why can't
no,
they get gum?
we're not doing that. We're
You
not
don't-
doing no.
you
Thank
don't
you
want-
for joining me again at the Table. Sorry about that. Thank you to my guests. And I hope you all have a beautiful night.
My husband would sure love some gum.
Before we go, we want to congratulate Jessica Golden and Mosiah Hazen for winning first place in radio at STN. Your hard work really paid off.
Well, that's all we have for you this week, Vipers.
Have a good one.